All right, everyone, here we go. This is December 2022 monthly overview for all signs. It doesn't matter what your sign is. This is straight up energy reading. All right, we look at the whole soulmate cycle here. And it's for December. I wrote a blog article on December in case you haven't seen it. It's been read about 2,000 times since it went up last night. And I'm glad about that. It's a very powerful month. It's deceiving in the sense that there's not a lot of big astrology per se. The stars of the show I wrote about in the article. The main star of the show, believe it or not, is Jupiter going direct. It starts a cycle that lasts 10 years where Jupiter doesn't go retrograde and then go back into the previous sign and interrupt its energy. It goes retrograde. It stays in the sign that it's in, even when it goes retrograde, which allows continuity in Jupiter's energy. That's going to be going on till 2032. So it's a 10-year cycle. It hasn't happened in 30 years. Last time it happened, 33 years, I think, or something like that. 1989 to 1999 was the last time it happened. June of 89 till October of 99, I believe. And, you know, I wrote about that in the article. You can go check it out. I do the articles sometimes on the months to save me a lot of talking, so this isn't a 9-hour video. But it's an important month. It's in a month where we're coming off of some spiritual shit of November. And the first 21, whatever, 22 days of the month, we're still in that Sagittarius season where the archer takes the shot. And we have a lot of processing of the emotions, of the spiritual lessons. And you'll see that in my pre-shuffle, actually. Blew my fucking mind. That's a magician, but we'll get there. This is a card of action. This is about applying things. We'll talk about that. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. All right, this is December 2022, a month that's rooted in Ace of Pentacles energy. An energy of the Ace of Pentacles crossed by the Fool was, you know, the Q4 reading for this month in the December column. And here's what we've got just on the surface about this month. And there's a lot going on. You know, again, there's Neptune goes direct at the beginning of the month. You've got a really powerful solstice happening. You know, the moons are spectacular this month. Those are going to be great reads. And we've also got another course correction with the North Node, semi-sextile in Chiron. Another, whoops, you went off course, put you back on course. All of this, though, for the runners, we sum it up with the general energy, the surface energy, is the Magician crossed by the Hangman. Things have been very hanged man. This is all that spiritual stuff. This is that what the kids like to call dark night of the soul, right? Well, the Magician is about, now you have all the tools, it's time to put it into action, right? It's time to make something happen. And that's kind of the urge that's there this month. And it's rooted in angel energy. That's Temperance. It's Archangel Michael. It's a lot of truth. Truth is always healing. But it's a balanced energy. It's an emotionally balanced energy because of the months that have led up to this. And this is where that new beginning lives. It lives here in the Magician. Right, underneath that, I got the Six of Cups. All right, I got the Six of Cups crossing the Temperance card. I mean, it's a lot of past life energy. It all makes sense. And you know, we talk about perspective with the Hangman. It all makes sense, and that's why, you know, a good chunk of this month is still Sagittarius season, where the underlying message is the archer takes the shot. And there's your Wheel of Fortune bookending the Magician, which turns that Hangman energy into action energy instead of Hangman energy. It is what it is. That's the surface energy. That's the month. Go read my blog article, sltblog.com, about the month of December. It'll tell you a little bit more detail than, you know, I have here, but you know, I've told you, the key issue is that Jupiter cycle. That Jupiter cycle, that 10-year cycle, for the past 20 years, you know, Jupiter has been doing that dance where it goes retrograde and it goes back into its previous sign, and it comes, that interrupts the energy quite a bit, and it causes, well, everything you've seen in the last 20 years, right? And you know, it's been a mess. It really has, and it's nice that things start to smooth out for at least the next decade or so. We're getting there. Truth is beginning to win the day in the societal energies, and that's nice to see. We'll see what happens. All right, it'll all just get fucked up again in 2032, but then that's what the timeline says as well. But for now, we'll take the next decade and rebuild some things. All right, let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. Give me December 2022. Give me the soulmate cycle. December 2022 all signs reading. This first card out is Why the Fuck Are We Here? It's before the cut, and it's 10 Pentacles. It's everything. It could be somebody wishing that they had 10 Pentacles, or what they thought were 10 Pentacles, because we have to take into account the pre-shuffle, which had that Hangman. There's a new perspective on everything here, especially not just because of the change energy of October, but the spiritual shit that was November. I mean, these readings were intense this month. They were. My God. Let's see where this goes. So it's all about 10 Pentacles and someone coming to get it, and maybe you getting it. Right? It's new beginnings for you as well. Whether it's with this person, this runner, this energy that's here or not. It's 4 Swords. It really is a healing energy. There's something here that's healed. I saw it around, I didn't see it. I felt it around the Temperance card. There's a lot of healing there. That's all that's coming off of this is healing. All right, so let's see. Should be an interesting reading. These and your sign reads should be very interesting too. But this is important for you to understand. The overview reading is important for you to really get the most out of your sign readings, which is why I do it first. All right. Let's see where we go here. Give me the soulmate cycle, December 2022 universe. It's wicked energy. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Calm down. Yeah, I believe it. There's been a lot of learning. There has. It's communication. The overall energy is the Page of Pentacles. It's got the rainbow there. It says everything we've already said. I'm not going to talk about someone nervous about communicating. This is that fawn from the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. All right? There is, throughout this month, I won't even say just during the Sagittarius portion of it, there are so many opportunities for you to hear from somebody you never thought you'd hear from. It's mind-blowing. It's up to their free will, of course. But your person is definitely going through something. All right? If they don't share it externally, which is likely the case, most people around them won't know. But inside, it's a storm, right? It is. It's lightning in a teacup. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Someone here cannot distract themselves from the lessons. That's one of the energies that's here, because the Eight of Pentacles is crossing this. But also, again, this is the card of the apprentice. It's somebody putting in the work through the lessons to get to the Nine of Pentacles. That freedom, right? That independence. There is a new energy here that's coming into play. And this energy, again, it's not just about the 10-year cycle of Jupiter and smoother Jupiter energy. It's also about 2023 in general, which is going to be a very interesting year. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden energy, the message from the universe. It's red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. But I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses, and I know they are, there's going to be a link for an extended. And it's probably the only extended for the monthlies. It probably is. I don't usually extend the sign readings. So I would get as much information as you can. That's why I do it. And it's for me, too. It helps me with the monthly readings. All right. Energy around your connection right now. First card out. Three of Pentacles. Yep. It's... Whoa. Look at that. Video froze. Lots of energy here. Sorry about that. All right. Well, you probably already know it's the Three of Pentacles because I said that. And I didn't cut it or anything. You know, there's a lot of energy here. And it's just crazy how much energy's been around. Three of Pentacles is the energy around your connection. It's about the opportunity for a new beginning. It's about new beginnings on a solid foundation. All of this energy here that came off of November, the spiritual shit, flowing into December, which is putting it into action. Remember, the Magician was crossed by the Hangman. All of those, which basically just says all those spiritual lessons that are in the environment are now being put into motion. That allows for something new to happen for both sides. But pulling on the runner's side, they never wanted this to be over. That's something that they're really figuring out through the card of the student here. This little fawn needs that grown-up deer, that doe on the Queen of Pentacles. You are the Queen of Pentacles. This is about building on a solid foundation. We have an opportunity here in December and throughout the first quarter of 2023, I might add, to rebuild this thing. All right? Like the Bionic Man intro. Remember that? We can make him better. We can, do this kind of stuff. It's like that. It is a bit like that. It's a total rebuild in new energy. Well, how are they behaving in the 3D here in December? The Nine of Wands. That's the end of that cycle. It's the end. I'm drawn to the vines on the wall. They've put up a wall. But this wall, one of the things they're learning, we have to account for all the cards that have come before this. So I'm keeping in mind the pre-shuffle and the cut cards and this card, this energy here, and this energy here that's crossing it. They're realizing, they're learning that putting up a wall stops anything good from happening. It's someone who's realizing how they limit themselves. It's somebody who's realizing that they're not happy. It's somebody who's realizing that they need to take this wall down, right? And it's very interesting that at the very beginning, it's just a coincidence, okay? But there's no such thing. At the very beginning of the last time this Jupiter cycle that starts this month happened, okay, which was October 1989, in just a month into that cycle, that 10-year cycle that time, the Berlin Wall came down. So it is a little bit of Mr. Gorbachev, take this wall down kind of a thing. You know, it's like old Ronald Reagan is standing here on the damn card. It is a coincidence, but it is what it is. You know, that same Jupiter cycle starts again on December 20th, and that's that energy. That wall was coming down. That ties with that Three of Pentacles and everything that came before, but there's all the lessons have been absorbed and they're being put into action. The magician told us that in the pre-shuffle, and that's all surface energy. So it's very 3D. It's nice that that's here. We'll see what happens when we clarify. Here's the soul position. It bookends the Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. It's a very interesting card to have in the soul. It can be dangerous. It can lead to depression, okay, when it appears in the soul position. But it really, because it's paired with it's not paired with a tower or something like that. It's paired with a Three of Pentacles, which is a very smooth, solid energy. This is someone walking away from who they were toward who they want to be. Toward what? Toward the rainbow, right there. That's all it means. It's someone walking away from what's not working. It says the soul is awake. All of this is up to their free will, though, because it's minor arcana. The universe has already played its cards. Now we have the runoff. The dam already broke. The water took the city out. Now we're left with just the water sitting there. We got to deal with that. Whether this person does anything or not is up to them. But this is a good sign. These are all good signs, especially with this as the overall energy and the magician crossed by the hangman at the beginning of our pre-shuffle. Message from the universe. Red with, and the fact we already had a glitch. Message from the universe, red with the Three of Pentacles. See? I told you. It's the Ace of Wands. Yeah. This energy is it's just here. I don't know how else to describe it. Think of the magician as the smoke and mirrors and he does the trick and you're like, wow, how'd they do that? You might ask, wow, where'd this person come from? I can't believe Steve was right. You might say something like that this month. It might surprise the shit out of you. What I get off of this card actually is surprise. That's what I get. It's a bit of a tower energy, the way we might say shocking, right, for a tower. All I get is surprise. All of a sudden, this fucking wand appears. And then that allows for options. There's a lot of little outgrowths on this wand. A lot of options come from this. One of those options is to rebuild this thing. Make it better, faster, stronger. Fucking bionic connection. It's unreal. Okay. I can't wait to clarify this. I think we're going to get some powerful clarifiers, because clarifying, we go deeper in the energy. This is already deeper than surface, but potential final outcome after this surprise. Red with the Nine of Wands. Backing up everything I said. Every fucking thing I've said to you just got backed up by this card. It's the star, and it's right there. It's time. The energy is here. This is communication when it falls here. It's something that's been delayed. Delayed by what? Someone's fucking wall. That's what. But they've learned that this wall limits them. And it's no fucking coincidence that this Jupiter cycle that starts on December 20th, and this is a December reading. So as far as I know, the 20th is part of December. That cycle, the last time it started, was just around the time the Berlin Wall came down. And we get the fucking wall in their 3D. And it's a vine overgrown shit wall too. It's time, just like the Berlin Wall was. It was all fucking ready to come down anyway. Right there. That's your communication. That's your wish. That's part of the surprise energy. It's kind of tied to this. This leads into it. Yeah, it's something. There's a chance here. It's up to the two parties involved, but there's a chance to rebuild on a solid foundation because somebody's walking away from who they were. Things are flipping. I think the most powerful cards we've gotten, and it's rare for me to say this, are the cards in the pre-shuffle, which is just surface energy with the Magician crossed by the Hanged fucking Man. Because that backs up everything I've been telling you about how spiritual the fucking November was. And when the 11/11, they didn't want to be woken up, but they're awake. All this stuff. It all gets put into motion in December, which leads to new beginnings. My Q4 reading showed an Ace of Pentacles crossed by a Fool. That's powerful shit. You know, the Ace of Pentacles alone is a solid new beginning. But the Fool is a major arcana. And the Fool, it's a leap of faith. We don't really worry about the destination. We just go with the journey. You just go with it. And that's different from how your person's been, by the way. They're usually very rigid. I don't have anything here that isn't what December is. It's straight up. Make sure you read my blog article on it too, especially now that I know we get the star here. All right, let's go. By the way, the star, I called this a tower energy. The star implies a tower has happened. It's one of the major arcanas that does that. It's where the card before it is implied when this comes out. It's amazing. This is very much a tower energy. It's very strange. Just look at the picture. It'll show you. You know, it's a whole lot of Wonder Twin powers activated. It really is. Let's talk to the witches, which, by the way, randomly at the bottom, just fucking randomly, I didn't know this was here, the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Randomly. Again, backing up everything. Universe wants to back me up today. I don't know why. Maybe I got some naysayers watching. You know, well, I'm new here. I don't know about this guy. You might want to stick around a little while. Well, maybe go check some of my older stuff. Everything I do is timeless, so it doesn't matter. You can watch an August monthly reading if you want. You can watch a sign reading for August. It doesn't matter, especially if it pops up in your feed. An old SLT reading in your feed, that's a big deal. I would click that. That means it's probably about time for that energy, or that energy is around you at that time. But it applies to anybody's reading, anybody's old reading. You should probably check it out for whatever reason. Let's go. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Let's clarify. Let's talk to the witches. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Tell me about this. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on here? I love this. No, I do. I like it. It's 10 swords. This is not dead. It's purely an energy of this is not dead. All I see is the owl. That's it. As soon as I turned it over, his eyes, his little screech owl here, right? Little screech owl. Not a big bird. 8-10 inches long on the top side. 18-20 inch wingspan on the top side. It's a tiny little bird. But I'll tell you what. There it is. This is not dead. There is a chance here. I have to take this energy into consideration. I have to take the Three of Pentacles, which has come up twice, and then once from this deck, which then gave me the Ten of Swords. All right? What seems dead is going to get really revived here in December. There's a good shot. I believe that. We have the Star as our final outcome. That's a very powerful card. What's on top? You know, the Queen of Wands. Somebody needs to push past their bullshit. Okay? There's also an energy here of attraction. There's a strong attraction here in this connection. Someone, I believe it's the runner's energy, it's the incoming energy. Roles can be reversed. But I believe it's the incoming energy is grown, and that makes sense with this Eight of Cups, the 8 broken cups that their soul is walking away from. No longer giving love to the wrong places. Somebody here is very attracted to this connection, really wants something, does not, and I think I said this already, none of these people want this to be over. Right? None of them. It's awake. That owl is awake. But somebody does need to put their phoniness down for it to be a solid foundation. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Ace of Wands again. Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands. It says the same thing. It's this person might surprise you. Okay? That energy of surprise carries in. But I get the same thing here. If somebody, what the universe is saying about the energy around the connection, factoring in its message to us, is simply if this person is very attracted to this connection. It means the world to them. If they can put their bullshit down, right, and get real. We got a real shot here at a new beginning. This Ace of Wands can blow out, like trying to light a cigarette in a hurricane and that lighter keeps going out. It can. But it's up to them. It really is. But I know we can't ignore the pre-shuffle. We can't ignore the previous cards. They've learned some lessons here. They're applying lessons, the student, things that they've learned. And that Magician crossed by the Hangman is still ringing in my mind. It really is. Wow. That's powerful energy. That energy alone from the pre-shuffle was all over this shit. 9 of Wands. Tell me about Mr. Gorbachev's wall here. What's going on with the 9 of Wands? That wall don't look too good to me. I see a bunch of people hacking at it, and I see David Hasselhoff up here at the top in a flashing jacket singing a song. Get the fuck up. Here, I got that motherfucker off there. There we go. I got rid of him. Let me help you. I was watching a special on Baywatch. They had it on Hulu. And the producer of Baywatch said that they used David Hasselhoff's inexplicable fame and popularity in Germany to fund the first season of the show. And I loved that he used the word inexplicable. Even he was like inexplicably popular over there. He is. I just thought the word inexplicable was funny as hell. We can't figure it out. We don't know here. No idea what the deal with that is. All right, why is the 9 of Wands here? Jesus Christ. God bless Germany. Okay, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's time. Mr. Gorbachev, tear that wall down. That's it. The wall is coming down. Just like it did the last time this Jupiter cycle happened, a wall came down. This person's wall is coming down. I think the attraction wins the day here. What's on top? The moon. Lots of things coming up from the depths that this person's having to look at. It's like they just came back and saw the wall. And like it's got vines on. Oh, this is going to be a bitch to garden. We just need to tear this down. It is. A lot coming up. There's a little bit of fear around that. Why is the moon here? The Fool. Doesn't matter. Everything that's come up, this person, and I see it here with the, I feel it here with the 8 of Cups. Again, sometimes when we go through a month like November, and a lot of this is internal for your person. This is backing up what I said. On the inside, this person's going through something this month. Okay? On the inside. Yeah, and when we go through a month like what November was, we really see it can spur us into action. We really want to move on from where we are. It makes things happen. And again, that's that Magician energy that's there. It's very clear energy here. Why is the 8 of Cups here in the Soul? Now I see a complete turnaround in this person with this, because this is red with 3 of Pentacles and everything that came out over here. Let's talk about it. Why is the 8 of Cups here? Give me this. It's I like cups in the Soul, and I like this. It represents the change. It represents, this card alone represents the Magician crossed by the Hangman from the pre-shuffle. It's all here. This person has been learning. They have been going through a lot inside. May not be showing it on the outside. In fact, if you talked to them before, they might have been an asshole. But somebody here's a little bit tail between the legs here with all this in the 3D. And the Fool is a good energy to have here. Right? It ties with my December column in the Q4 reading. But also, the Fool isn't worried about the destination. It's about the journey. It's a realization of that. And your person's been afraid. That's what that little bit of fear is. They've been afraid of taking leaps of faith. They've been afraid of moving outside their comfort zone. All right? I got a news flash for people like that. It's always about the journey. It's never about the destination. At the end of the day, I can make a prediction right here. We all end up at the same destination. All right? We're all going to the same place. So it's just about the journey. It really is. And there's no return from it. You don't get to turn around and just go back. So it's always about the journey. And people need to, once people realize that, their life changes. You know, enjoy the ride. I'll tell you. Just enjoy the ride. Remember that phrase. And let that phrase ring through your head. Just enjoy the ride. Well, why is the 8 of Cups here? Good, bad, just like any road trip. And I love road trips. But they never go completely smooth. But that's what makes them fun. You know? It is. One time I had a thermostat go out on me on a road trip. I'm 50 miles from home. I'm in the middle of nowhere, out past Trancas in Malibu, between Malibu and Oxnard, right? And there's nothing there, okay? Nothing. It's just beaches and dunes. That's it. And I'm just sitting there, and there was a bike race going by, and I think, oh, fuck, I got to wait for the damn tow truck to bring the thing. There's a bike race going by on bicycles. And I'm standing there next to my broke-down vehicle, and every biker that goes by, like every other one, says, nice car, nice car, nice car. And I'm thinking to myself, you son of a bitches, I'm not just stopping to have a Gatorade. I'm broken down. But it made it kind of fun. It was sort of fun. I don't know, just shit happens. You know, on journeys all the time. You just try to make the best of it and realize that it's part of what makes the journey great. If everything went smoothly, it wouldn't be as fun. You know, it wouldn't. And I appreciated the car a lot more when I got it running. You know, again, you appreciate the good things more. Right here, Ace of Swords crossing this. Yeah, they know. This is Archangel Michael's sword of truth. It's been run up this person. If it's coming out in the soul, the environmental energy of their soul is truth, and truth is healing. That ties with the Four of Swords I got after the cut. What's on top? Lovers. Do you need me to even explain? I mean, this is all just Steve's right upright, is what it is. This is someone here who's gone through some healing. They've gone through some shit inside. The power of this connection, this is directly bookending the attraction energy of this Queen of Wands. The universe itself has set the stage. I already said that. That's why it's up to this person's free will to now take action, right? The Magician crossed by the Hanged Man. They've got the lessons. They've got the new perspective. They've got the tools they need. Now it's time to put it in motion. It is up to their free will. But the energy flow looks like they do it. A good number of them. The table is set. The universe has done its job with the lovers here. It's up to them to bring the food and sit down and eat. Why is the lovers here? Five of Pentacles. This person is beelining towards this new beginning. This is directly bookending the Ace of Wands. Because of a strong, and I've been getting this off of this card, this super strong fear of missing out energy, and that explains the Fool here. Because this is an agitated fool ready to take a jump, right? You know, anything. They want something here. There's something that they need to say. There's something that needs to be done. And they fear if they don't do it, and this energy can make them fear that because the table's set. They fear if they don't do it, they're going to miss out and they won't get another chance. There's this whole, I don't want to call it urgency, but it's a whole, it makes sense with the Ten of Swords that was crossing here. A lot of time has passed. This you know, seems dead. For a lot of you, a lot of time has passed. There's a huge fear of missing out energy here, and that's good because it's red with the Lover's card, and that picture says it all. Okay? Somebody here is walking away from the old self for sure. I'm 100% right on all this top row. Let's talk about Ace of Wands here. Now, this is a surprise energy. This comes out of left field. I see it with the Fool because it's kind of a leap of faith. And the Star is sort of exploding the same way. Somewhere between these two cards in this cavern is a tower. All right? Let's see. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Why is it here? Okay, I'll do a big shuffle. All right, there you go. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's the card we started with before the cut. It's Ten of Pentacles. It's almost like an epiphany. It's almost like an Ace of Swords in a way, the way it feels. Of somebody here wanting this. Okay? But they know that to get it, they've got to get real. I see now. They know with the Ace of Swords crossing here, which is bookending over here, they know they have to get real to do this. I think that's part of the surprise. I don't think it's that they show up out of nowhere. I think you're just surprised by who you're talking to. That wouldn't surprise me. What's on top? Seven of Cups. Yeah. A lot of stuff they need to clear up. The Queen of Wands, this is red with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands tends to be a bit of a bullshit artist. Queen of Wands will tell you everything's great, everything's fine. They'll give it's the type of person that would give the impression that they're rich by buying a bunch of fancy stuff, driving a Mercedes, Fendi purse, or whatever, whatever, all that kind of stuff. But it's all just, you know, it's all just rented, or it's bleeding them dry with the monthly payments each month, you know. But to the outside observer, the Queen of Wands looks like they got their shit together. This person here has a lot of explaining to do, and that's what's coming off this card. What do I say? What do I say? Why is the Seven of Cups here? Six of Cups. Because they are returning. It's someone from the past coming in, and they got a lot to say. They got a lot they have a lot of explaining to do. So before this Ten of Pentacles can happen, they have to do this, and they know it. Otherwise, this keeps blowing out. It won't happen. All right? And I believe there's some sadness around this. Sadness in the soul. I said when I originally pulled the Eight of Cups, it can be a dangerous card here. It can lead to depression. There is some sadness here for the things they didn't do. Especially with everything they're learning and the way the energy is, especially with that Hanged Man. The month of November, very spiritual. You know, really making them realize some things. If nothing else, in the month of December, this person's going through some serious shit on the inside. There's no doubt about that. Let's talk about the Star, final outcome. Let's do it. Why is the Star here? That's my theme song. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about the Star. Why is the Star here? I have been talking about it all reading long. It's the Magician from another deck. We opened with it in the pre-shuffle. I said the Magician crossed by the Hanged Man is the energy. It's like all over this shit. It's like the Magician and the Hanged Man threw up all over this reading. And there it is. It's the Magician. Somebody is putting into action all the spiritual lessons they've learned. That wall is coming down. Just like it did 30 years ago, the last time Jupiter hit this cycle that it's in, that it's coming up on. It is a strong cycle. It's going to change. The next 10 years, your life's going to change. Probably for the good, because it's Jupiter. It's expansion and growth. If something bad happens, remember what I said. It's the Fool. If something bad happens, it's for your greater good if it's Jupiter involved. You know, it's about growth and expansion. And sometimes bad things have to happen for us to grow and expand. This soulmate connection is a good example of that for the DFs. Sometimes somebody needs to run from you for you to realize your self-worth. Whoever this is, whoever this energy is, they showing up. And it really is a puff of surprise, a puff of smoke, magic, like a tower energy here. It really is. It's all right there. That's the affecting energy around this. And this implies it's been a long wait for this for some of you. What's on top? Page of Wands, communication. On top of communication, crossed by communication. Page of Wands is red with the moon. There's a lot this person's going through on the inside. This Page of Wands energy is about exploring, starting anew. It ties nicely with the Fool card, which is red with the Moon card, which in turn is red with this. But this is someone here who, again, I got a little of that tail between their legs. They don't want you to get away. It's tied also to that fear of missing out energy. The Page of Wands is usually a conversation with somebody that wants things to work out. You know, they may not quite know how to express everything that's come up. So keep that in mind. They have a lot of explaining to do, is what the universe's message to you is. And they are definitely worried about that. I see that. Why is the Page of Wands here? I've been talking about it. I took a peek. It's right there. I got it prepped. See it? What have I been saying? I felt it here. I felt it when I picked this card up. I said it was in a cavern between here. It's the Tower. I knew it. I knew that fucking energy was here. I did. I fucking knew it. It's communication. This is all fucking communication. And again, this page wants to make this work. This Tower is about tearing things down. It's what I just told you about the next cycle, right? Sometimes bad things will happen, but it's all for expansion and growth. We can't grow here. We need to tear this down, kind of a thing like this. This communication, this is somebody coming in. Somebody, again, there's this surprise energy here. I think it's more an energy of you're going to be surprised by who you're talking to. I think. You might even surprise yourself. Remember, in an equal and opposite reaction, the energy affects you. So again, you might surprise yourself in this energy. Some cool shit might happen to you, or you might do some cool shit, or take some chances yourself. Let's talk to the universe here. Let's pull 3 cards. What else you want to tell everybody before I go pull some wicked voodoo? Not a devil on the table. And that's good. There shouldn't be after November. Not in this reading. I bet that devil shows up in the extended somewhere, or in your zodiac readings, in your sign readings, as I blow through them. But regardless, I got an ending that's communication that's been a long time coming. It is from a page, but for reasons I've explained. They've got to get real, and I said that here. And then I pull this Seven of Cups. There's a lot of explaining they have to do. Okay? But this person's showing up. There's the Six of Cups is that energy of they're showing up anyway. And I think that's part of the surprise, to be honest with you. I'm surprised by this energy. But I'm also not, because I know what November built up, and I know what my Q4 reading said about December. We see it here. Give me 3 cards, universe. What else you want to tell everybody before I go pull some wicked voodoo? Because we got to find out what's going on their side. We got to find out what all this means. You know, what's going on? What happened in the moon here? What's going on? What was this tower? Or what is this tower representing? And also, I want to know about this. Okay, we already know about the Queen of Wands. We don't need to pull on that. So we'll pull on a bunch of shit. But here, you were wondering, you thought we were going to go a whole reading. I've been talking about it in my Q4 reading, the Ace of Pentacles, right? He keeps mentioning the Ace of Pentacles, Mom, but he's not getting the card. It's not on the table. This guy sucks. No, I don't. Here it is. It's the last message from the universe. Oh, yeah, by the way, the Ace of Pentacles. This whole month, this is a December monthly overview. December 2022 is rooted in Ace of Pentacle energy. I say that in the blog article I wrote on December 2022, if you go read it. And here it is. I got no way of predicting if this card's going to come up. I knew it fucking would. Right there. Right here is the 5 of, oh look, another tower. The 5 of Swords, another tower, and crossing the 5 of Swords is the Knight of Cups. Okay? This is somebody here who has been so short-sighted, they have self-sabotaged, that they're realizing just massive things going on inside this runner's energy as I pull this reading. I mean, I think on the outside, sure, everything's great, everything's fine, but on the inside, November and October rip them to shreds. Okay? This is someone coming towards you, the energy of this, for a solid new beginning, someone who's been self-sabotaging. Okay? Someone, there's your 5 of Cups. There's your proof of what I'm saying. Why are they coming in? Because they've been, this is a past tense energy, they've been self-sabotaging. I had no way of knowing that was there. Okay? Could have been the sun. If it was the sun there, I would have gotten it wrong. I would have had to say, oh my God, I got egg on my face. They find it comforting to be 5 swords, short-sighted. No. This person has learned the error of their ways. That's why that Knight of Cups is coming in for a solid new beginning. And there's so much energy around this, I'm going to base a good chunk of the damn, because it's the second tower in a reading where I predicted a tower. I felt the tower when I pulled this. I said the Ace of Wands feels like a fucking tower to me. Where's my tower? I got 2 of them from 2 separate decks. It's communication, but it's a chance to rebuild this. There is a chance. We learned here. There is a chance. Better than a snowball's chance in hell. Okay? A snowball in a refrigerator's chance of hell, of surviving the fires of hell, of rebuilding this on a solid foundation. It's like a protected snowball, if you will. There's a good shot. Assuming this person can get real, assuming this person can cover, you guys can have a conversation, I think it's pretty fucking mind-blowing. But there's a lot more going on with this tower that's tied to an offshoot of this incoming energy. And that's true because I got 2 of them. I got 2 towers, 2 things, 2 elements. That said, I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo. If you want to come along for the ride, you can. There's a link for the extended in the description. I hope this reading was helpful. Stay tuned for my fly-through of the zodiac. Everybody's sign's going to get a reading. For those of you that like those, I would watch all 12 because all 12 of them are just a big version of what I do on the weekends. On the weekends, I pull 1 card for each sign, and then I clarify in the weekly reading. Well, it's 1 reading for each sign, but you're all still connected. So it's important that you watch the readings. And if it resonates, it resonates. It doesn't matter whether the sign is in your chart or not. I'm not a fucking astrologer. I'm an energy reader. It's different. That said, That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, the link's in the description. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.